We're doing good. We're doing good.
We have a little bit of an update, right? I saw we just got the press release. It's been a busy injury news day
Really?
with Porzingis up in the air now for Game 3 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night. It sounds like you guys are a rarity, getting a little healthier.
Yeah, Yoshida is going to be active. Gary Cooper is the corresponding move. He's going to be designated for assignment. Good to have Massa in the lineup. Obviously, not having him, Willie, Casas, and Trevor has been tough, but he feels like timing-wise, he might be a little bit off, but the more at-bats he gets at this level, the faster he's going to get on time. It's a simple swing, a simple approach, so getting him back is going to help us.
Good news. I want to switch to something that happened over the weekend, though, with Bayo showing a lot of emotion with that outing on the mound. I read some quotes from you about you talking to him after the game, after that outing, and saying, like, you haven't seen that kind of burst of emotion from him or frustration in a game before. Do you think any of that is related to where he is in his career right now, pressure he's feeling, and how do you talk a young player like him with so much potential still to come through something like that?
Yeah, but first of all, he's a work in progress, right? Stuff-wise, he's really good, but there's a few things that he didn't get to do in player development because we got him here so quick that he's learning at this level. The other thing for me, which is new, having two guys that sign extensions, with not much time in the big leagues, and there's a lot of stuff that comes into play, right? The pressure of performing, the pressure of the contract. I'm not 100% sure if Brian is a social media guy, but if he is, just reading and believing what people are tweeting or saying about him. So it's a learning experience for me. The way I put it, to him, just think about where you were 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 3 years ago, and now you were able to take care of your family, for a long, long time. Your kids, your grandkids, you come from the Dominican Republic, from Samaná, just grinding through it, trying to be a big leaguer, and all of a sudden you got paid. So if something happens to you tomorrow, you will be fine. As far as the performance, we can help you, and we will help him. And I think he's making strides. The last one, the walks put him in a bad spot. The home run happened. The glove toss, very Erod-esque, right? In a different stage, right? But he will be fine. Actually, we were just talking about what we're going to do over this week with the pitching structure. Yeah, we gave some guys an extra day. And we're going to pitch him on Friday. He gets one extra day. So instead of pitching Saturday, he'll pitch Friday against New York. Get him ready for that one. He likes that one. So
that's a big spot.
He likes it. So go out there and perform. But it's a good learning experience for him. At this level, you cannot live and die with your performance because then it's going to be that roller coaster season. And we need him to be consistent. And he has good stuff. He's a good kid. And he'll be ready for the next one.
Well, speaking of consistency, you guys split with the Tigers, you split with the Braves, you split with the White Sox. You're 500 basically perpetually, it seems like. You're perpetually at 500 with all these injuries and everything. Do you sort of look at that as a higher watermark maybe than you would have if everybody was healthy and playing?
Probably, but we cannot use that as an excuse. I think the way you guys start seeing this, and it's all over the big leagues, is where you at in the standings, right? Like you can be 3 games under, but some teams in the National League have a chance to make the playoffs because the wild card is right there. With us, we're 2 games back. And should we be better? Yeah. There's certain areas that we've been inconsistent. As you guys know, we go as far as the defense, and the defense, this weekend wasn't great. And we ended up losing 2 out of 4 in Chicago. That's the way I see it. We didn't split. We lost 2 out of 4 in Chicago. We got this team. We got the Yankees this week. It should be fun in Fenway. I think our brand of baseball, putting pressure on the opposition, should take over this week. We're going to push the envelope. We made a lineup change today. We got Durant and Hamilton back to back, hitting first and second. They got the best pitching staff in the National League. We have to put pressure on them if we're on base, and hopefully that can help us out.
Manager of the Red Sox, Alex Cora, here on WEEI. I don't know if you subscribe to the Financial Times.
Too expensive.
I do not subscribe. I didn't get the subscription, so I had to go with the aggregated version. It sounds like you're familiar with John Henry's comments.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those who aren't, he said a lot of things, but fans expect championships almost annually. They easily become frustrated and are not going to buy into what the odds are actually, maybe 1 in 20 or 1 in 30. It seems like the takeaway there from reading between the lines is that fans have unrealistic expectations. Do you agree that Red Sox fans' expectations are unrealistic?
No. I think every fan base has the right to dream big, right? And every team has the right to think big, and that's what we're doing, right? There's a reason during Zoom calls in the off season, I told these guys, not too many people around us are going to believe what we're going to try to accomplish, but we have to do everything possible to make it happen, right? And it's to win the World Series. I like John. He's been amazing to me. There's certain things that we agree on. There's certain things that we don't agree on. The fact that he wants to win, I know that. I know that for a fact. When he goes to my office, he starts asking me about, what are we doing here? Are we getting better in this in this spot? Like roster-wise, how's Brett doing? How's the organization doing? I'm very honest about it, and he likes the answers. But I read it. No, I didn't read it because it's too expensive for me. But I understand where he's coming from. But agree to disagree in a sense, right? Like the fan base here, they really care. They care about the Red Sox. That's why they keep talking about the Red Sox all the time, regardless of the record. And we're going to try to do everything possible to make our dream come true.
You said he wants to win. It doesn't really sound like he believes in this team. Do you think he believes in this team?
I think he believes in the organization and the structure that we have. Obviously, we have injuries, but I think the young players that we have right now, they're doing an outstanding job. Are we better than last year record-wise? We're not. But I think as far as the process and where we at with our young players that are going to help us win games now and in the future, we're in a better spot.
So looking ahead to this week, Phillies, Yankees, just feels like a tremendous opportunity for you guys to kind of make a turn. As you said, you're sitting here in the same point that you kind of were last season, almost kind of like the last season before. Yeah. How do you explain this opportunity to some of the younger guys who maybe, as you were talking about with Bayo, the perspective is a little different?
Yeah, I think position player-wise, some of these guys are going to have the first taste of a big series, right? The Phillies, the best team in the big leagues, and the Yankees, the best team in the division. I think the best team in the American League right now. And you just got to get there and play. It's a learning process. It's like going to Chicago, playing the worst team in the big leagues, And we didn't take it for granted. We didn't lose 2 games because we just show up and, we're going to beat this team. But every day is a learning experience, and they got the best pitcher in the big leagues right now, Wheeler, on the mound. And, we just got to go out there and continue to preach the things that we're doing and play good baseball and see what happens.
Speaking of the Phillies, Dave Dombrowski over there, obviously, you were here when he was in charge with this. You look at that roster and you sort of look at that organization. Do you recognize certain things about it from the Dombrowski regime?
Yeah. He believes in Villa in the bullpen, and they have velocity. He believes in starting pitching, and they have the best one in the big leagues. And he believes in star players, and they have a few. It's a complete team. It's one of the best in the big leagues. Having a conversation with Dave in spring training, his main goal was to get off to a good start. It feels like the last few years they have to grind through the division with the Braves playing the way they did, and it was very hard for them in the playoffs, although last year I believe they were the best team in the tournament. It just Arizona played better the last 3 games, but he's done an amazing job. Looking forward to catch up with him, and it should be fun the next 3.
Time now for our Sherwin-Williams question of the week, sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. You can ask Sherwin-Williams how to bring color to your life. Our Sherwin-Williams question of the week is from John Sauer in Belfour, Mass. What can you do, Alex, as manager, to keep these guys healthy and performing consistently
Alex, what the hell, man?
over the course of such a long year? Yeah, what's your deal? Why aren't you keeping these guys healthy?
Well,
you say something to the Celtics as well.
Tuesday, just get up and run 4 miles, bro. That's what you got to do.
Only 4 today?
Yeah, well.
You're usually doing like 8 or 14.
So
4's good. That's
so
fine.
Angelica's back, and she's still bouncing back from the marathon.
Yep.
So we've been,
blaming
I've been
her.
running by myself the whole time, by myself. And today she got up and she goes like, we're running together. So we go out there, and the pace was kind of like out of control. Like she wanted to just go. You? And like, Angelica, you're going too fast. And halfway through it, she was like, oh, it's too much. So we went 4 at a 9:20 pace. I was just being the good boyfriend, like. But going back to the question, there's nothing we can do right now. I mean, from my end, just take care of players, give anything off days. Rafi the other day, he felt his knee. You get the off day. You get 2 days in a row. Be ready for the next one.
Is there any part of that going on with Cutter Crawford? I just saw that his schedule changed a little bit. He's pitching today, and he seemed to have a couple shaky outings for how good he's been.
Yeah, I think if you look at the innings where they're at right now and the pace they're in, Tanner and Cutter, is going to be career high. So you got to find your spots, and we recognize Monday off. There's one more, I think, in Cincinnati. So this is a good window for them to get an extra day, and hopefully we can turn it around.
Alex, am I a bad person for being sick of the Savannah Bananas? Does that make me a bad guy?
Wow. Honest. I mean, it was.
You can say yes.
Year,
If
right?
you want to say yes, you can say yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's.
I know.
It's been good.
I understand.
I mean, I heard. I mean, like
There's a lot
it
of
was
people
crazy
here.
here. Right?
I'm going against the grain. I understand
Crazy.
they're very popular.
Let me tell you.
By the way, Mitch Moreland, great swing to left.
Saw that, yeah.
I was like, wait, where are you at, kid? It's fun. We need it. It's
All
good
right.
for baseball.
Yeah, so he's saying you're a bad
More
player.
music.
I'm a bad player. I understand. That's why I
More
asked you that
music,
one.
loud music at Fenway. Let's do it, man.
You gonna get out and break dance on the
No,
top of
no,
the dugout or
I'm
anything?
not doing that.
No?
I got thrown out the other day. Man.
That was your performance.
Let me tell you, they're not as good as the City Connect uniforms, but it's a good uniform on the Savannah Bananas.